So here also like that spacing. So a pit size will be taken correct, then spacing will be given here. Then there is high density planting method also. In that you can go for planting by reducing spacing, that is 5 into 2, 5 into 2 it is there spacing. Then 5 into 3 meter. So here plant density, how many plants will be there per hectare, that is also given here. Then 5 into 4 meter, 5 into 5 meter also, that is normal almost. And then coming to manures and fertilizers, so it is almost a square method of planting, or somewhere it is rectangular method of planting, but square method it is very common. So coming to manures as well as fertilizer, you can use FIM 20 kg per plant. Then nitrogen, that is 400 gram. Then phosphorus 200 gram. Then potassium 200 gram with basal dose. Okay, as a basal dose. Then FIM 25 to 40 cartloads per hectare. Then 600 to 700 gram of nitrogen, 200 to 250 gram of phosphorus, 200 to 250 kg of keto potassium per tree per year. So this is one optimum dose. Okay, so this is one optimum dose is given. So in that way you can give the fertilizers. So by taking the ring you can give the fertilizer. So in pomegranate, this training and pruning operations are very important. Training and pruning operation. So that is training essentially for giving proper shape as well as framework to the plant for establishment of. So after that, branch will be spreading on that. So initially, what you have to do? So in pomegranate, from ground itself, there will be so many, because it is bushy type of plant. So there will be so many branches arising from the ground itself. Okay. So since it is not tree species, so there will not be any single big trunk. There will be so many small branches, sometimes pencil thickness, or those will be bigger in later stages, but not very big. So it is bushy type of. So there will be so many branches or stems will be arising. So that is somewhere it is single stem system is in practice, or multi-stem system. So in most of the places, 3 or 4 stems will be maintained. So plants have the tendency to produce ground suckers also. So after that, these are good stems, but apart from that, some suckers also will be there. Those will be unproductive. Okay, unproductive. If you are simply keeping those suckers, so there will be nutrient loss. Okay, so by that way it will harm your yield. So better to remove those ground type of suckers. All these 3 or 4 stems from the ground itself. So single stem training, it is uneconomical as well as for commercial cultivation, because if you are maintaining single stem, so it will not give the bush type of shape, as well as there will not be much canopy on that particular tree or bush. So multi-stem training system, it is much popular as well as prevalent in the country. So there will be so many stems, 3 to 4. So stem number 3 to 4, it will not affect the yield significantly in early years of bearing and multi-training of. So 3 to 4 does not affect the yield significantly in early stages, okay, of bearing. So but this training 4 to 5 stems per, okay, they got very good yield with this 4 to 5 stems when they maintain for per hill. Okay, as compared to 3 to 4. Okay, 3 to 4 stems. So this is also in practice. So as per the that particular variety. So coming to different pruning operations. So here there are what you can do is pruning. So since it is bush type of nature, you cannot do very heavy pruning, but pruning is surely required in order to maintain the hormonal regulation as well as CN ratio, as well as some terminal shoots you are removing, means it will encourage the lateral branches so that you can get more number of flowers as well as yield. So there is some thinning out. So to remove the shoots near the emerging trunk. Okay, so thinning out, some shoots will be there that near the trunk you can remove, keeping the short stub you can keep, and so like ground suckers or something unwanted things you can remove. And the next one is heading back operation. Also, it is very important. So in heading back, that is any particular branch is there from the top, 1/4 or 1/3 or half of the shoot, you have to cut with the help of some sharp knife or cicature. Okay, so that will encourage the more number of branches where you are taking the cut. So it will make your tree like bush shape. Okay, so this is in practice. Then dehorning, it is there, extreme form of pruning for rejuvenation of old tree. When the trees are becoming unproductive and very old, they are not giving any yield. So at that time, extreme pruning. Okay, just you have to keep some 3 or 4 that stems and entire portion you have to cut almost below around 1 meter height. Entire you have to decapitate. Entire canopy you have to remove. So it will encourage your new branches. You can give some sprays of ethyl. So it will encourage your branching. Gibberellic acid sprays also you can give. So by that way you can save that tree. Okay, so then ringing is there, that is removal of strip of bark above the branch. So that is here this is in order to for carbohydrate accumulation as well as for proper CN ratio maintenance. So removal of outer bark, it will be done when there is problem of some flowering. Okay, or some flower drop like problems are there on that time. So ringing will encourage your number of flowers. By that way you can obtain the good yield. Then coming to deblossoming, also there, deblossoming, it is the removal of inflorescence or some flowers. So when there are excess number of flowers, and so even though so many number of flowers, you cannot retain all those flowers, and you cannot expect yield from all these flowers. So there will be surely flower drop, or if there is no flower drop, in latter case there will be fruit drop होने का भी chances हो सकता है. तो यहाँ पे आपको लिमिटेड नंबर ऑफ, जैसे कि मैंगो में ये करते हैं, या फिर so sapota. So there is natural flower thinning is there by tree itself. So likewise here there is no natural thinning, but we need to do when there is excess number of flowers. Okay, so this is known as a deblossoming, or it is known as flower thinning also, or fruit thinning also in later cases in some other fruit crop. Okay, that is thinning operation, removal of inflorescence, then removal of birds, then root pruning, as well as pinching off or tipping. Pinching off means in just 4 or 5 centimeter from the tip of the branch, that you have to remove, or you have to cut. So it will also encourage your number of branches. The portion where you have cut below that, before that, so many branches it will arise. It will make your tree like bush shape. Number of your canopy will get the bush type of shape. Okay. So by that way, you can obtain more number of flowers as well as fruiting. So coming to Bahar treatment is there. Tipping also there. Tipping also, that is just 2-3 centimeter from the tip branch. You have to pinching or cutting. That is tipping. Okay, remove some terminal growth. Okay, so Bahar treatment means giving rest to the plants. Okay, so in Bahar treatment, what you are doing is, so Bahar means in general there for most of the fruit crops, so there will be flowering in different seasons of the year. So likewise we have 3 different bahars like Ambiya Bahar, Mruga Bahar, and Hasta Bahar. So Ambiya Bahar, it comes in January, February. Mruga Bahar, it comes in June, July, and Hasta Bahar, it comes in September. Most of the, so this is common in almost all type of fruit crops. So but so here pomegranate also 2 type of bahars comes. in pomegranate. That is Ambia Bahar and Brugge Bahar. But if both Bahar you are taking, means you are getting yield from both of these Bahar means, so yield will get distributed, and sometimes it is not economical. So as well as some farmers are thinking that plant requires some rest in some part, and so only one season they will take. So in that particular season only they will get the bumper yield or more yield. So for that what they will do, another the one season crop they will not take. They will try to avoid. Okay, so whatever flowers are there, they will do the de-blossoming or something. They will not encourage the flowering as well as fruiting on that. So this is bar tree. And when you want this particular bahar, before that 2 months time, so particularly I told, so plant surely required some resting or breaking period. So there will be breaking of water, breaking of all nutrients, okay, exposure of roots, pruning of roots. After that, heavy irrigation as well as manuring. So by that way, it will get encouraged for giving more flowers as well as fruit on the same plant. So this is only Bahar treatment. Okay, so we are going to see this. So Bahar treatment means giving rest to the plants by withholding the irrigation. You have to stop the irrigation. There will be exposure of roots. Then root pruning will be there. So impose moisture stress resulting into leaf drop. So there will be moisture stress because of you are not giving irrigation. Leaf drop will be there. Cessation of growth during the period of unwanted bahars. Okay. So growth will be stunted or slow growth will be there. Okay. So later the resumption of normal irrigation. So once that particular 40 to 60 days duration of resting period is finished means uh, you can do the heavy irrigation along with proper manuring as well as fertilization. Fertilizer you can give.